Imagine a clear night sky filled with stars. Stars are scattered across the vast darkness. The universe is vast, mysterious, and ever-expanding. It makes us wonder what else is out there in space, what lies beyond our current understanding of the cosmos. We can see distant galaxies through powerful telescopes, but there might be more than what we can see. Could there be dimensions beyond our perception and imagination? We experience three dimensions in our daily lives: length, width, and height. These dimensions shape the world around us, influencing how we perceive and interact with our environment. From the buildings we live in to the parks we stroll through, everything is defined by these three dimensions. These define a space where we move and interact. They create the physical reality we navigate every day, allowing us to understand distance, area, and volume. Imagine a dot. It has no size, it's just a point. That's zero dimensions. It's a concept rather than a physical entity, each one representing a precise location in space. A line has length, representing one dimension. It extends infinitely in both directions, giving us the simplest form of measure. A rectangle has length and width. That's two dimensions. It forms a flat plane, allowing us to measure area and understand shapes. A cube adds height, making it three-dimensional. This is the space we live in, where objects have volume and occupy physical space. Time is often considered the fourth dimension, intertwined with space. It adds the element of change, allowing us to experience events in a sequence, giving life its dynamic nature. Chapter 3 grounded us in our common experience, three dimensions of space and one of time. Yet Einstein's relativity fundamentally showed us that perspective is critical. Our measurements depend deeply on our frame of reference within spacetime. Could our entire 4D framework then be just one viewpoint on a vaster reality? It's fascinating that modern physics, seeking a unified understanding, also seriously explores dimensions beyond these four. Perhaps this God dimension resonates with what many faith traditions describe as the heavens, a realm beyond our own, potentially inhabited by spiritual beings distinct from the heaven of heavens, which might represent an even higher reality accessible only to the Creator. Within this expansive God dimension, how might we understand God's own existence? Imagine a being not bound by the three spatial dimensions or the linear flow of time we just discussed. A presence that inherently transcends the physical and temporal boundaries, shaping our experience. This is the concept of dimensional divinity, a profound idea that stretches our understanding of existence. God, in this view, exists in higher dimensions, beyond our three-dimensional world and linear time. This idea helps us understand God's nature in a new light, offering a more expansive view of the divine. God's existence is not bound by our limited spatial and temporal understanding. Instead, it encompasses all dimensions and realms. This perspective offers a framework to explore God's attributes, allowing us to delve deeper into the mysteries of the divine and the universe. And as we'll explore next, embracing this higher dimensional perspective offers compelling ways to understand some of faith's deepest questions and reveals a profound harmony between science and scripture. What's compelling about this higher perspective gained through dimensional divinity is how theological insights resonate with possibilities suggested at the frontiers of theoretical science, painting a more unified picture of reality. But accessing this higher perspective isn't just intellectual. It requires what we might call faith beyond the veil, a willingness to trust and perceive beyond the limits of our everyday senses and space-time framework. One of the key areas where this framework offers clarity is in understanding God's traditional attributes, often called the omnis, his all-encompassing nature. Consider omniscience, God's all-knowing quality. Dimensional divinity suggests this isn't about tracking infinite details within time. Rather, by existing beyond linear time, God perceives the entirety of the timeline past, present, and future from his eternal now. This aligns with Isaiah 46:10, where he declares the end from the beginning. This understanding deepens the insight from the acronym TIME, trust in my existence. God's knowledge is grounded in his timeless fundamental being, the very existence we're called to trust moment by moment. Next, omnipresence, God being everywhere at once, becomes more intuitive. Not limited by our familiar spatial dimensions, his presence can permeate all points in space simultaneously. This gives tangible depth to verses like Matthew 18:20, promising his presence wherever believers gather. And omnipotence, God's all-powerful nature, can be seen as his ability to act and create across all dimensions. This includes orchestrating the very fabric of space-time and influencing the unfolding possibilities within it, a concept crucial for understanding prayer, as we'll see shortly. Grasping these profound attributes relies on faith, connecting us to truth, understanding that this reliable understanding is transferred only through him. This timeless perspective encompassing his knowledge and presence even illuminates ancient questions like how Old Testament faith connects to Christ. From God's dimension, Abraham's trust and Christ's sacrifice exist concurrently in his eternal now, clarifying salvation's consistency through him. Thinking about God's power, omnipotence, and knowledge, omniscience, leads us to prayer and sovereignty. If God perceives all potentials from his dimension, our prayers, offered in faith, might genuinely interact with these possibilities, influencing which paths manifest in our reality. This makes prayer critically important for shaping our now, interacting with God's plan without undermining his ultimate sovereignty. Ultimately, dimensional divinity provides a compelling framework, inviting us to embrace a reality where the divine and the everyday intertwine in ways deeper than we often imagine. It encourages us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to keep marveling at the universe and its mysteries. In our quest for understanding, we may find not just answers, but a profound sense of wonder and awe for our Creator. This is getting interesting, isn't it? See what you may missed. Subscribe and discover more to come here on The Blazing Truth.